9. Family and Home. Speaking and listening. Introductory dialogues.
Where do you live, Anna?
In London.
Yes, but where in London?
Oh, in North London, NW2.
Do you have an apartment?
Yes, on the ground floor.
Is it nice?
It's okay. It's small, but it's okay.
Do your family live in London?
No, they live in Cambridge.
Oh, yes.
Do you have any children, Maria?
Yes, one. Miguel.
Oh, how old is he?
He's 5. Look. Here's a photograph of him.
Oh, yes.
2 orange juices. There you are, Anna.
Oh, thank you, Michelle.
Maria?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Cheers.
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 Michelle, do you have any children?
Yes, 2. Christine and Patrick.
Oh, how old are they?
Christine is 9 and Patrick is 7.
Do you have any photographs of them?
Yes. This is Christine and this is Patrick.
Oh.
Where you live.
Listen and repeat.
A city. A town. A village. The country.
Listen and answer.
Do you live in a city? Do you live in a town? Do you live in a village? Do you live in the country? Where do you live?
Listen and repeat.
A house.
An apartment.
A flat.
Listen and answer.
Do you live in a house?
Do you live in an apartment?
Do you live in a flat?
What's your address?
What's your telephone number?
Your family.
Listen and repeat.
Parents. Father and mother. Brother and sister. Son and daughter.
Listen.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
No.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yes. 1 brother and 2 sisters.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yes. 2 brothers and 4 sisters.
Do you have any children?
Yes. 1 son and 1 daughter.
Do you have any children?
Yes. 3 daughters.
Listen and answer.
Do you have any children?
Listen and repeat.
Husband and wife. Single. Married. Divorced. Separated.
Listen and answer.
Are you single, married, divorced, or separated?
Listen.
I'm single and I live in London. My parents live in Cambridge. I've got one sister, Lucy.
I'm married, and I've got 3 children, 2 sons and 1 daughter.
I'm single. I live with my parents. I've got 2 sisters and 1 brother.
I'm divorced. I've got 2 daughters. One is an engineer and one is a doctor.
You're home.
Listen and repeat.
Kitchen. Living room. Dining room. Bedroom. Bathroom. Toilet. Balcony. Garden.
Listen and answer.
Have you got a balcony? Have you got a garden? Have you got a dining room? Have you got 1 bedroom? 2 bedrooms? Song.
I live in the city.
I live in the city, in an apartment on the 2nd floor. 7 rooms and a balcony, and a lock on the door. I live in the city, in an apartment on the 2nd floor. 7 rooms and a balcony, and a lock on the door. My brothers and sisters live in little towns, houses with gardens, trees in the street. My mother and father have a little house. They live in the country. That's not for me. I live in the city, in an apartment on the 2nd floor. I live alone, but it's home.
Vocabulary.
Listen.
This is our house. It has 2 floors, the ground floor and the first floor. The first floor has a balcony.
Ah.
This is the ground floor. On the ground floor we have the hall, the living room, the kitchen and the dining room.
Ah.
This is the first floor. On the first floor we have 3 bedrooms,
Yeah.
the bathroom and the toilet. And this is the balcony.
Ah.
Dialogue.
Names. Shakespeare told us that a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. But is that true? Are names important? Are you happy with the name that you were given as a baby? And how do you choose a name for your own children when they come along? Humans have been using names since prehistoric times. But although all cultures use names, the ways that we have of naming our children differ from place to place. In some places, people have just a single name, while in others, the naming process is far more complex. Sometimes our names carry information about our family roots, or even, in the case of some African cultures, the order in which each sibling is born. The etymology of names, the linguistic origin or meaning, is a subject which has fascinated us for generations. Another interesting aspect of names is why people choose to give their child one name and not another, and why certain names become popular at particular moments in time. In 2004, the top 10 names for girls born in the United Kingdom were 1. Emily. 2. Ellie. 3. Chloe. 4. Jessica. 5. Sophie. 6. Megan. 7. Lucy. 8. Olivia. 9. Charlotte. 10. Hannah. For boys, the top names were 1. Jack. 2. Joshua. 3. Thomas. 4. James. 5. Daniel. 6. Oliver. 7. Benjamin. 8. Samuel. 9. William. 10. Joseph. It appears that parents are more adventurous when it comes to naming daughters. Boys' names tend to be more traditional and favourites change less frequently. Jack has topped the list for the past 9 years and shows no sign of moving. A fairly recent trend in choosing a name has meant that there are now generations of young people named after musicians, film stars, and even designer clothes labels. Kylie is one of the most popular girls' names at the moment, and last year in the UK alone, 221 babies were named Shakira after the Colombian singer. Following the success of The Matrix, fans started calling their children Morpheus and Trinity after the lead characters. And if that isn't bad enough, there are around 300 American teenagers called Armani. Colours have also entered the naming arena, with pink, ruby and scarlet popular choices for girls, and blue and grey for boys. And what about the current craze for calling your child after a town or city? When David Beckham called his child Brooklyn, 105 other parents followed the craze and called their children, boys and girls alike, Brooklyn too. Other place names that are popular are Adelaide and Devon. Beckham is not the only celebrity who has chosen to give his children unusual names. Bono of U2 fame called his son Elijah Bob Patricius Gucci. The actor Sean Penn's son is called Hopper. How do you think these children feel? When David Bowie's son Zoe Bowie was old enough, he rebelled against his father's choice of name and changed it to Joey. There is little to be done about the name you were given as a child, but maybe we ought to think more carefully about the names we choose to give future generations. It would be sad to think that names that have been good enough for kings, queens, heroes and heroines throughout history will lose out to passing trends or short-lived crazes. So let's have more Georges, Henrys, Catherines and Annes, and less Hilfigers, Khakis, Chelseas and Pinks.
Dialogue.
Perhaps they're in the garden.
Yes.
This way. Ah, hello, Mum. Hi, Dad.
Elizabeth, hello.
Mum, Dad, this is Jeff. Jeff, my mother,
Nice to meet you.
Hello, Jeff.
and my father.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, Mr. Jones.
How are you, Elizabeth?
Fine. How are you?
Oh, we're fine. Now, a coffee?
Yes, please.
Jeff?
Yes, please. You have a beautiful garden,
Thank you.
and I really like the house.
Yes, it's an old house, and we like old houses. So we like it. Now, 5 for lunch.
5? Yes. Me, you, your father, Jeff, and your Uncle William.
Uncle William. Oh, good.
I think you know my brother William, Jeff.
Really?
Yes. Ah, excuse me.
Elizabeth, do I know your uncle?
Yes. Wait a moment. Uncle William. Hello. Jeff, this is my Uncle William. Uncle William, you know Jeff Grant.
Yes, how are you?
Mr. Jones from Sunshine Travel.
Yes. You know the Sunshine Travel slogan? With Sunshine Travel, it's a small world.